I am in north of Logan. I already forgot the town that I'm in. It's very beautiful. Look at that. Just picturesque. Gentle mountains. They've kind of got a gentle feel. It's got a nice light brown, not ugly brown. Just kind of lots of green and good touch, good balance. Very beautiful. Not a lot of trees on these ones. You have to go towards Logan. I am by Apostle Andersen's parents, right there. He was born on the same pattern as my dad, 9/1951. He was born a month before, or no, 2 months before. He was born a month before my mom. And it's ironic that I just happened to find one close to my dad's, not normal, not easy. And it just happens to be right across from them, 2 down. Now there's a lot of empty spots, but 2 down, the Lord works within reason. And so there, you could say 2 down from his parents, Apostle Andersen. And this guy happens to have a Maloney, which I would say strengthens this. And then I'll just take note real fast. If you go a couple down, this one has 2 of the October ordinations, which I found interesting because my dad's in October. I don't know, I'm just taking note. And then this one has the 3rd October ordination with a Sharon, which has the Aaron pattern. This has the April 4th. It also has Ballards. I usually only count presidents of the church. April 4th is a president of the church as well as my wife. October 8th is Apostle Ballards. So 3 of the October ordinations just right there. Is definitely not normal. Now, coincidences happen. I think that's the same Maloney. Let's look. Sharp. Yeah. Has to be, yeah. Maloney Sharp, yeah, okay. So, she's born 3 days after my dad. He's born in October. For some reason, and we're speaking of a very unusual October, right here, because it's 3 days after my dad's with a Maloney. And that October 10th, Taylor's. And then that one, Oaks and Joseph F. Smith. Pretty interesting pattern here. Now, you're in a small town, northern Utah. You're in a somewhat newer area. There's a lot of empty spots, but some of these are older. 1923, but anyways. This is not a super new area. Like, it's somewhat. So, the odds of getting a Los Angeles temple, my dad, born October 9th, 1951. Look, just kitty corner, Los Angeles. So, if you follow that line, there's Apostle Andersen's parents. I'll get to that. It hits about right here. And I'm not saying there's anything to that particular point. I'm just giving kind of. Okay. And here is why I don't think those are coincidence. You get to Apostle Neil A. Andersen's parents. One has Joseph Smith's birthday, Catherine. There's Neil. Look, kitty corner is a Faye, my mom's middle name. They always surround the parents of apostles, my parent symbols. Chiron's month and year. So, but watch. The one next to the apostles' parents, look at this. 5 days from my grandma's birth, which is very, very strong. Then you have my grandfather's year, which strengthens that. Because that's not normal. It's hard to get a 1921 and a 1914, and on top of that, that's a June 1921 21. You also have the revelation pattern. The priesthood revelation was June 1st, 1978. A Pratt, an apostolic name. So now, my grandparents, unusually represented next to apostles' parents, which parents gave birth on a 9/1951, just like the representation of my grandparents. They gave birth on that pattern. You have the Fae. Now, you would expect one of my dad's symbols, right? Let's look at the next one. Because we already demonstrated the October 1951 next to the Los Angeles Temple. Now look at this. October 9th, right next to Apostles' parents. This is highly unusual. These things happen around all of their parents that I've been to. This person could have been buried recently. I don't know the death date, if that's true. But October 9th, the Apostles' parents, which in my mind recalls nil the 9/1951, and then my grandparents' representation, which is unusually strong because it has both the 1921 and the 1914, then the Fae. Isn't that interesting? This happens around all apostles' parents. And I just want to look a little down here since I didn't walk too far. I think I did check that out. I'll end this video. I just want to okay. Okay. November 15th, 1951. Look at this. Mesa Temple with Chiron's month and year. July 7th is an ordination. So let's look. That's my exact temple or window view. Nothing. Just Elder Ballard's pattern. He's in October 8th, 1928. Let's just look real fast. Let's see here. Okay, one day from Apostle Andersen. Isn't that interesting? And it's not in the same row as his parents. It's the next row. One day from his birth. That's highly interesting, isn't it? So that person died early, 2006. And then kitty corner from that, my grandma's pattern, 1921 with the June going diagonal. I'm only taking note, that's all. Sometimes okay. Let's see. Wow, holy cow. You got to be kidding me. The day Heber J. Grant was ordained with a grant. Wow. See, that's why I take note of everything. Let's see here. Okay, make sure that's fixed. Okay, let's see. Right next, there's the Apostle Andersen, basically kitty corner from that. Heber's ordination with the flowers. Let me just November 27th. That's in Andersen's Row. So that's November 27th. This one has an Aaron on the back of Daryl. It's right next to the the Mesa Temple. The Aaron is right next to the Mesa Temple, which has Ballards 828. It has the ordination, July 7th, with my window view of the temple. Chiron's month and your birth. It's highly interesting. Again, coincidences happen. So that one is highly interesting. And then 2 down is Andersen's. This is just very unusual. And then my grandma's pattern, 8 with the June 18th going diagonal. Let's see here. That's the one with the ordination. Let's see. Right here. Right here. Let's see the back. Sharon. Kimball. Buried at sea. I wonder if he died in 1981. How did he get buried at sea? It's not World War. It's not the Korean War or the Vietnam War. Okay, here's the ordination. Let's look at this. I'm already there. Take a look around. I'm the sunshine in your hair. I'm the shadow on the ground. I'm the whisper in the wind. I'm the beat in your heart. And I'll be there till the end. We may be 1,000 miles apart, but I will be with you wherever you are. I'm already there. I know that song. Bryan Adams, I think, right? Look at that. The day Grant was ordained. 7th president of the church in November. Well, a lot of empty spots, so Lord's not done there. Okay, I'm gonna end this